Previously on Astonishing Spider-Man, after the breakup with MJ due to the demon Paul, Peter becomes lonely. He starts to keep his distance from his friends and family. So one of his best friends, Johnny Storm, advises Peter to forget the past and move on. So Peter then opens the Stark Date app, which is only for superheroes. But he quickly gets bored as it always the same girls in the Avengers community. So avoiding that, Peter then opens a regular dating app, and there he finds his new potential girlfriend, Linda Locke, who came to New York on vacation. But as she meets Peter, Linda gets tired as she finds Peter boring. He forgets his wallet while paying the bills and also acting strangely. And then Linda gets the opportunity to cancel their date as the two are confronted by a mutated creature. So the heartbroken Peter suits up and he is able to control the creature. But right at the time, a new spider hero joins the fight, and it seems she has a crush on Spidey, and the duo is able to defeat the creature. And this new spider hero also named herself the Webhead. But before Spidey could talk more, she leaves the place. And this mystery girl is actually Linda Locke, who is working for some secret organization to capture that creature. So changing her costume as she about to cross an alley, she suddenly meets Peter, and then they both start to make an excuse and ended up to continue their boring date. Several days have passed, everything becomes normal. Peter goes back to his boring life and Linda is MIA. So to spend his free time, Peter visits Aunt May at the Fish Center. But May is worried for Peter and she advises him to go on a date, find a perfect girl and settle down as she wants some grand parkers before she is gone. But before Peter could say something, he is alerted with spider sense and he locates a hidden bomb in the kitchen. But before he could alert everyone, the bomb explodes. Luckily, all the people are safe except Aunt May. So Peter rushes and admits May to a nearby hospital with the help of a cop. But it's only the beginning as several hidden bombs begin to explode to all those places that relate to Peter, Daily Bugle, ESU building and Peter's apartment. And it is the doing of a new masked villain who knows who Spider-Man is. So tracking the criminals, Peter finally arrives in front of the crime lord who knows every details of Peter and begins to mess up with his mind and also forces Peter to work for him or else his Aunt May will be in danger. Peter gets mad, but he has no choice but to follow the crime lord. Welcome to Comicstube YouTube channel. In today's video, we will review Chapter 12 of The Astonishing Spider-Man. You can get the previous parts on this playlist. So if you guys are new to this channel, please subscribe and turn on the notifications to never miss any future uploads. Please like, comment and share. All the text and images are owned by its respected company. You can support them by purchasing it digitally or from any offline stores. The issue opens up in the busy street of New York City, and in the crowd, the panel shows Linda Locke, the Webhead. We still don't know for which organization she is working for, but it's sure that she is hiding a mysterious secret. But right now, she seems confused. She is new to this city. She doesn't have any friends here. She only knows Peter, her first date in this city, which didn't go well. She thought Peter was a dumb, always nervously talking, but she hopes that this second date will go well. She doesn't know much about him. He has no social media appearance. All she could find online was pictures of him with his supermodel ex-girlfriend, Mary Jane. Maybe he is attractive, but still, he is no Spider-Man. And Linda begins to think of the iconic ups and down case with Spider-Man, and she wonders if she will run into him again. But instead of Spidey, Linda comes across with a second-class criminal, Deadlift. He threatens everyone to hand over all the valuable things, or else he will drain their life forces with his gauntlets. Linda quickly hides herself and thinking of engaging into a fight, but then she remembers she is already too late. She has a date with Peter, so there is no need to fight. Anyone can handle him, and without saving the innocents, Linda leaves the place and she arrives in a restaurant waiting for Peter. It's been already too late and there is no sign of him. And half an hour later, Peter shows up and without explaining anything, he simply sits down and looks at the menu, and it pisses her off. She wants to know what is wrong with him, why he is acting weirdly. So Peter gets mad. He tells the real reason, that he was with his ex and things got complicated. So Linda asks him, is he talking about that supermodel? So Peter says yes and also reminds her it is none of our business. This is only their second date. She can't be jealous yet. The thing is, he didn't even want it to come here tonight. She begged him to. Linda also gets angry, and just like the first date, this one is also ruined, and they left the place, decided not to talk with each other anymore. Linda arrives outside. She can't believe that Peter is a loser. She only wanted to spend some quality time, but he ruined everything. And then she is contacted by the secret agency that Linda works with. They inform her with the location of Creature X that Linda is tracking, so they give her the coordination, and Linda suits up to her Webhead persona, and she arrives at the spot in a park, but she sees no traces of the monster. But from behind, a giant creature rushes towards her. She is in great danger. But then the chapter continues from Peter's side. It appears at the same moment when Linda left the criminal Deadlift, as she was late for the date. But then Peter shows up to deal with the criminal, and that is why he came late in his dinner date. So to save the innocents, Spidey jumps in and engages in a fight. So during the fight, Spidey begins to mock the criminal and asks him, he looks strong, how much does he bench? So Deadlift says, 800 pounds, maybe 850, with a spotter. And he also asks Spidey, does he work out? So Peter says, not regularly. He usually just hold up crumbling buildings while thinking about all the people he is going to let down if he let it collapse on top of him. But he does have the proportionate strength of a spider. Basically, a spider can hold up to 170 times its body weight. He weighs about 168 pounds. So if he calculates, he could lift about 28,560 pounds, almost 15 tons. That's 3 T-Rexes. And he is explaining this because he wants the criminal to know that he is no match against the spectacular Spider-Man, and he gives a solid punch at his face, sends him flying through a wall. The criminal realizes Spidey is telling the truth. He can't beat him in a wrestling match, but he has a plan B. So he activates his gauntlets and approaches towards Spidey. Peter thinks maybe he's coming to surrender, but then the criminal catches him off guard. He grabs his leg and then his head, and he begins to suck all the life forces out of his body. Spidey gets panicked. He tries to free himself, but it's no use. His powers are disappearing. He begins to faint away, and there is no one here to save Spider-Man from the Deadlift. And with this, the chapter 12 of Astonishing Spider-Man comes to a close. So which part you like the most? Please let me know on the comment section down below. And please like this video and do subscribe, as this will motivate me to make more contents. Thank you so much for watching. Everyone stay safe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.